Hello and welcome to Edupedia World. The subject is spoken English, and this session is about eating with friends. The first thing to do, of course, is make arrangements. So we'll look at some words that we can use when planning to go out. The words we can be used to suggest a plan. For example, we can stop here. We can go to dinner in town. We can meet at 8 o'clock. To say what you will do in that plan, you say, I will, or I'll. I'll bring a bottle of wine. I'll meet you here. I'll be waiting on the corner. So to put it together, you could say, we can meet here. I'll be waiting for you. Or, we can go at 8. I'll pick you up. To talk about the place, we use where. Where should we eat? Where will I meet you? Now that we have a place, we need a time. To talk about the time, we use when or what time. When shall I pick you up? Or what time shall I pick you up? When do you want to meet? When do you want to have dinner? When should I pick you up? Or what time should I pick you up? And then we use is and okay. Is that okay? Is 5 o'clock okay? Or if you have more alternatives to your plan, you can say, is it better to? For example, is it better to meet at the restaurant? Is it better to pick you up? Is it better to be early? To discuss the location of things other than the people you are talking to, you use where is and where are. Where is the bar? Where are the toilets? To find the price of something, we say how much. How much is a bottle? How much for a cab? And what is can be used to ask about a particular thing. What is ravioli? What is stroganoff? Or if you want to know the ingredients, what is in ravioli? Or you can use is there any or are there any? For example, is there any pork in ravioli? Are there any crustaceans in the seafood dish? When using the word dish in this way, we don't mean the container, we mean the meal itself. When you arrive at the restaurant, the waiter will want to know how many people you are eating with. A waiter is the man whose job it is to serve you in a restaurant. A waitress is a woman whose job it is to serve you in a restaurant. So you can say, a table for 6, please, or a table for 4, please. However many you are. When you are seated at your table, a waiter will come and ask if he may take your order. Your order is what you would like to eat or drink. He might say, are you ready to order? Which means, are you ready to tell me what you want to eat or drink? Or may I take your order? If you are not ready and haven't decided what to choose, you can say, we haven't decided yet, or could you come back in a few minutes, please? If you have decided, you can use the words I'd like, I'll have, and please afterwards. I'd like the steak, please. I'd like the salad, please. Or I'll have the strawberry amarillo cake, please. And you can say, we'll have a bottle of wine. If you don't know if they have something and think they might, you can say, do you have? Do you have a menu for the children? If there is something else you want, you can say, can I have or could I have? Could I have some water, please? Can I have another fork, please? Some people would consider using please all the time to be excessively polite. Polite means having good manners and behaving correctly. You'll need to listen to what others are saying. Some people would think can you is sufficient, and some would use the word could you. Can you pass the salt? Or could you pass the salt, please? To say what you want, you can use I'd like to. I'd like to order now. I'd like to pay with my credit card. I'd like to make a reservation, please. To make a reservation means to ask a restaurant to keep a table for you. You can also make a reservation at a hotel, asking the hotel to keep a room for you. Either one is called making a reservation. To talk about the food, you can say, I like. I like fish means that I like fish meals in general. To say I like the fish would mean that I like the fish meal that I am eating. I could say I like cheese, or I like all cheeses. Or I could say, do you like the cheese? Meaning the cheese that you are eating. Or do you like cheese? Meaning cheese in general. You can say I really like ravioli. I really like lasagna. Or even I love Italian food. To ask somebody else if they really like something, it's easiest to make it a tag question. You really like seafood, don't you? And if you don't like it, you say, I don't like stuffed mushrooms. But take note, to say I really don't like means that you dislike it a lot. But to say I don't really like means that you only dislike it a little. To dislike is to not like. To say I really don't like lobster would mean it's not something I want to see on my plate. To say I don't really like prawns means it's something I might eat. You can use the word hate with regard to food. If you really don't like it, I hate oysters. This is the same as I really don't like. And you can say I prefer. I prefer fish to chicken. I prefer red wine to white wine, if you like one more than the other. If you don't know what to order, you can say, what do you recommend? What do you recommend for dessert? Or you can ask one of your friends, what do you recommend? Or you can ask them, what are you having? To give you an idea of what to order. What are you having for dessert? What are you having, Jack? What do you recommend, Jack? You've been here before. Or you can say, do you think I should? To one of your friends. Do you think I should try the pie? Do you think I should leave a tip? If you are not sure whether you should do something. To talk about what you have decided to eat, you can say, I'm having, or I'm going to have. I'm having the steak salad. I'm going to have ice cream. If you're not sure, you can say, maybe I'll have ice cream, or maybe I'll have salad for an appetizer. An appetizer is a small amount of food that you eat first. And if you just don't know, you can say, I can't decide what to have. I can't decide what to have for a main course. There are so many good things, I can't decide what to have. Here are some useful words. To eat out is to eat in a restaurant. Formal means correct and serious in speech or behavior. Casual would be the opposite of formal. It can mean relaxed and friendly, or of an event it can be something that happens without planning. Lunch is the meal in the middle of the day. Dinner is the main meal of the day, usually served in the evening. And a meal is not just the food, but the whole occasion of sitting down together and eating. Early means before the expected or usual time. Late means after the expected or usual time. Gravy is a sauce made from the meat as it cooks. Dessert is something sweet that you eat at the end of a meal. A crustacean is a sea creature with a shell. The main course is the big part of the meal. Ravioli cannot be described and needs to be tried to be appreciated. A menu is the list of food and drink available. The bill is a piece of paper that shows how much money you must pay. Cheese is a solid yellow or white substance made from milk. Meat is the flesh of an animal. Seafood is fish and other animals from the sea that can be eaten. A tip is money that you give someone to thank them for the job that they have done for you. Tips vary from one country to the next. Now we're going to look briefly at giving and receiving compliments. To compliment someone is to tell them that you admire something that they have or something that they have done. It is a good way to start a conversation, and it can help to establish a good relationship. Make your compliment specific and follow it up with a reason why you think so, if it's appropriate. For example, "That hat looks good on you. It matches your shirt." It is normal for someone to act as though the compliment was unexpected and to question it or try and downsize it, saying something like, "Do you think so? It's just something I had lying around." Or they might try and share the compliment by saying something like, "Oh, my friend bought it for me." And when you receive a compliment, you can return the compliment. You can say, "Thank you, I like yours too." Or, "Thanks, that's a nice shirt that you're wearing." If you can't think of anything, just say thanks and smile. Don't try to deny the compliment. This can seem like false modesty. Although compliments are good for starting conversations, and people love to hear good things about themselves, be careful that you don't use too many, because people will start to wonder whether they can believe you. And that concludes this session. Thank you for watching Edupedia World.